Hey guys, as promised, here is our video about our life groups this Wednesday. This Wednesday we are talking about how does Jesus heal. And I'm just going to be reading right from our teacher's lesson here. And here we go. All right, so for our pre-service, we are going to do Who Is It? And what the purpose of this activity is to allow kids to connect to each other and life group leaders. Kids will write the description of the activity is kids will write their favorite thing to do on a Saturday and put it in a bucket for kids to guess who it is. So basically in your life group you will have paper, pencils for each child, and a bucket. And so, of course, it's going to be led by the MC and everything like that, but it's going to be managed by you in the life group. They're basically going to write down their favorite thing to do. Again, put it in a bucket, then you take the bucket, take turns, kids go in there, grab a name or grab a description. They open it, they read it. For instance, if I wrote something like, my favorite thing to do on a Saturday is swim. Did you write it? And they just kind of guess who it was. And basically, they just go around the life group until they guess who it is and until their time is up. All right, so life group number 1, that was after our pre-service. So life group number 1 is this activity will introduce the lesson of the day, and the name of this activity is called Fast Fix. The kids will do a relay using Band-Aids as a fun way to introduce the lesson of the day. The upfront leader or the MC will set up the activity. So half of this is kind of led by you and half is going to be led by the MC. Excuse me, y'all, I had to spit out my gum. Rule number 1. All right. So what we'll need is I grabbed this from your folder. You are going to have a Ziploc bag of Band-Aids, okay? One for each child. Okay. So this is what the MC will say. All right. I need everyone to sit in a circle. We are about to do a relay game. Now, each person in the circle will get a Band-Aid. Don't open it until we start the activity. All right. So when Miss Veronica tells us to go, Juliana, you will go first, and then you will pass it on to Selma, and Selma, we'll keep going one after the other. Okay. So I'm going to give everybody a Band-Aid. Start handing them out. Okay. We'll go around the circle. We'll continue around the circle until we're all done. Once everyone in the circle has a Band-Aid on their back, because Juliana is going to open it up. So probably for first and second grade, you might allow them to open it up. Third grade, do not open it until it's your time. We've got to make it a little more challenging for them. So first and second grade, we'll open it up already. Okay, and they'll just have it just like this. Okay, not the back, just this part. All right, so ready, set, go. And then they tape it on their back. And then, all right, go. And then they just keep taping each other's back until they're done. Okay, all right. Whoever's the first one to stand up will stand up and shout, "That was fun, we're done!" Or reality, they'll just get up and scream. Okay? So they'll just get up and scream. And then after the activity, the MC will say, "Now that was fun. You guys did a great job. What do you think this Band-Aid activity has to do with Jesus?" Kids respond, "You got it. We're going to learn about Jesus' amazing ability to perform the miracles of healing." Everybody say healing. Healing. And so we'll talk more about the kinds of healings Jesus performed when we gather back together in a few minutes. But right now, we're going to check in with the campers to see sometimes what seems impossible actually is possible. Let's take a look at this. And then they take a look at the video and things like that. Right. The second one is, second life group here is the power of Jesus. This is going to be real fun, you guys. They are going to be doing a science experiment. And their science experiment is a volcano. All right, I'm going to take this so that you can see what it requires. Here we go. So, in your blue cup, you have all of this. You have all of this sitting on a cooking sheet. You're going to have a water bottle. Inside the water bottle, there is going to be baking soda and a couple of drops of dishwashing soap. In this blue cup, you are going to have water. And in the clear cup, we might just label this because I don't know about some of y'all. It's going to be vinegar. Then we have food coloring. And then we have a spoon. Okay. Some of this has already been done for you, which is this, just to prevent a lot of mess. And, check out my Miss Oneida, Miss Miranda. Don't get mad at me. But look at the volcano. It looks awesome. It looks awesome in real life. Okay. So y'all. So there you have it. So you have this, and then when the MC directs you, then you guys can start, okay? So tonight the activity is to introduce the lesson is to reinforce the lesson. Kids will make a slow erupting volcano to show how Jesus heals with an almost quiet, peaceful, subtle type of power. We'll have Play-Doh, the baking sheet, the water bottle in the middle, baking sodas inside, dishwashing liquids inside. You will pour the cup of water, 3 drops of red food coloring. 3. How many? 3 drops of food coloring. And then the white vinegar is to the very end, okay? So first you want to get the kids to pour in the water, and then pour in, maybe get a couple of kids to do 1 drop of food coloring. The last step is the vinegar, okay? So, tonight we will be learning about Jesus' power to heal. Jesus' power to do what? Heal. So let's find out more about power by doing a fun experiment. All right, so everything is basically in the middle. We'll place the bottle or the volcano at the center of the baking sheet. That's already been done. Have the group mix together in a bowl, or in this cup, the water, which is already in there. Baking soda is in there already, so let's pour in some water. Okay. We're going to mix it up. I'm mixing. Okay, mix. Where is it? I'm using an iPhone today. Miss Jessica's iPhone. So they keep mixing. You can have one child mix, another child pour, and things like that. So we just keep mixing until you feel like the baking soda is kind of dissolved. Okay. And then, so you mix that. And then, okay, you guys, we are going to put some food coloring in here. So maybe have little Johnny do 1 drop. Sorry. Johnny do 1 drop. Someone else do another drop. Someone another. 3, 4, 5. You can add a couple more if you want to make it more red. And then you keep mixing that. Ooh, looks like Kool-Aid. Here we go. We keep mixing. The food coloring is just to make it that fun, exciting, kind of thing. So don't worry, it won't do nothing if you do a couple more of those drops. All right, you guys. So We've dropped it says use the funnel to pour the mixture into the bottle, but it's already in there. So that was just in case we were going to do it that way. So now that it's all mixed up, all right, guys, let's watch what happens when we pour the vinegar into the bottle. Whoa! Did you guys see that? That was awesome. Let's pour a little bit more. Wow! That's awesome, you guys. When we hear that Jesus has the power to heal, it's not an explosive, high energy, over the top power. Jesus heals with an almost quiet, peaceful, subtle type of power. Sometimes Jesus healed with words, sometimes with a gentle touch, but the power that he possesses is a power unlike any other. Why do you think Jesus healed with a peaceful, quiet, subtle type of power instead of an explosive, high energy, over the top power, just like you would assume a volcano would do that? And that's how powerful God is. But he didn't do it like a big, powerful volcano. He did it subtle. Why do you think that is? Allow the kids to respond. All right, let's read Matthew 15 through 21. Again, teacher, first, second grade, you read. Third grader, have them race to open it up and read. Okay. Jesus didn't need to make a spectacle of his healing power. He didn't need to shout it out for all to hear. He didn't heal in any way to draw attention to himself, and yet his power was extreme, amazing. Jesus healed many people, and the one thing those people had in common is their faith or belief that Jesus could and would heal them. Even though we weren't there to experience or see Jesus' healings, we can read about them in the Bible. And because of that, we can trust and believe that Jesus can do anything. Have you ever been sick? How does it feel to be sick? Allow some kids to respond. How do you think it would feel to be healed from a bad sickness? Allow them to respond. Have you ever laid your hands on someone to pray that they would be healed? Has anyone ever laid their hands on you for you to be healed? Do you think Jesus can still heal today? What does Hebrews 13:8 tell us about this? Again, you read it. All right, you guys, that was it. That was 12 minutes. I know the kids are going to be over the top excited. This is kind of the aftermath of the volcano. I'm trying to kind of, go as fast as I can. Remember, you guys, we have a huge calling on our lives to pour into these kids, and you got to make sure that you at least watch this, prepare, read in advance. I'm doing everything in my part to make sure that you guys are prepared. The third life group, last life group, you know what time it is. Catch it, throw it. It's the time when kids will use this to share a praise report and pray as a life group. The kids will take turns giving praise reports and either share a prayer request or they can write it down on their prayer request cards, which is in their folder. Remember, you guys, to review Matthew 18:20 says, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them." Are there more than 2 people in our life group today? Yes. So that means that Jesus is with us. Is there anything too big for God? No. Is there anything too small for God? No. So let's take time to pray together. Can either of you share it with our life group, or you can either share it with our life group or you can write it down on this prayer request card. And here is your your card. All right, now you pray as a team. Remember, pray as a team. You want them to see, our vision is to allow them to explore a relationship with God, and you want them to do that through this life group, because you never know, your prayer can heal God can use you to cause a healing, a miracle, and the next life group, you want to be able to share that with them. And then after the activity, you'll pass out snacks as they share what God has done good in their lives this week. All right, now we're going to throw out and share something good that God has done for this week. So toss them their little snack as they share. And that's it, you guys. I'm excited. It's going to be so much fun. Remember, blue cup water, clear cup labeled vinegar. We're going to label that for you guys. This will go at the end. Allow some kids to mix it. Allow some of them to pour, red dots. Allow some of them to pour a little bit of vinegar, or maybe you can do it if you don't really trust them, depending on the energy of the room. Allow some of them to mix it. The more they feel involved, the better. All right, you guys, that's it. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you Wednesday. Remember, you guys can go get something to eat before service. Talk to y'all soon.